Hello, everyone. Have you ever been startled awake by a strange, eerie sound in the middle of the night? Maybe it's a long, drawn-out moan or a guttural groan that seems to echo through the darkness. If you or your partner have experienced this, you might be dealing with a rare and mysterious sleep disorder called catathrenia, or nocturnal groaning. Today, we're diving deep into this fascinating condition, what it is, what causes it, how it's diagnosed, and what you can do about it. Trust me, this is going to be an eye-opening journey, packed with surprising facts and practical insights that could change the way you think about sleep. So let's unravel the mystery together and discover why those strange sounds might be more than just a quirky habit. Imagine this. You're fast asleep, lost in a dream, when suddenly a loud moaning sound fills the room. It's not a nightmare or a ghostly visitor, it's you, groaning as you exhale. This is catathrenia, a rare sleep disorder where people make prolonged, monotonous groaning or moaning sounds while breathing out during sleep. Unlike snoring, which happens when you inhale, catathrenia is all about the exhale, producing sounds that can range from soft hums to loud, guttural groans that might wake up everyone around you. These noises can last anywhere from a few seconds to nearly a minute and often occur in clusters, sometimes repeating for hours. What's wild is that the person groaning is usually completely unaware of it until their annoyed bed partner points it out. Catathrenia is classified as a parasomnia, a group of sleep disorders involving unwanted physical actions or experiences, but it's also considered a sleep-related breathing disorder. Intrigued? Let's explore why this happens. So, what's causing these strange noises? The truth is, scientists are still piecing together the puzzle of catathrenia, and the exact cause remains a bit of a mystery. Research suggests it might stem from issues in the brain's respiratory control center, where malfunctioning neurons could trigger prolonged exhalations, causing the vocal cords to vibrate and produce those eerie groans. Some studies point to physical factors, like small upper airways or a smaller jaw, which might partially obstruct airflow during sleep, leading to the characteristic sound. There's even evidence of a genetic link. About 15% of people with catathrenia have a family member with the same condition, hinting at a hereditary component. Unlike snoring, which comes from vibrations in the throat, catathrenia sounds originate in the larynx or voice box, making it a unique beast. And here's the kicker. It often starts in childhood or adolescence, more commonly in men, and can persist for years. But don't worry, it's usually harmless, though it can be a real nuisance for anyone trying to sleep nearby. Picture this. It's the dead of night and the groans begin. But when exactly does catathrenia strike? Early reports suggested it mostly happens during REM sleep, the stage where vivid dreams light up your brain. However, newer research shows it can occur in both REM and non-REM sleep, particularly stage 2 of non-REM sleep, which makes up a big chunk of your sleep cycle. These groaning episodes often cluster together, lasting from 2 to 50 seconds each, and can repeat for minutes or even an hour. What's fascinating is that the groans are often paired with a slow breathing rate, known as apnea, where you take a deep breath in, hold it briefly, then let out a long, moaning exhale. Sometimes this pattern mimics central sleep apnea, which can make diagnosis tricky. But here's the twist. Unlike sleep apnea, catathrenia doesn't typically cause oxygen levels to drop, and the person groaning usually sleeps through it, blissfully unaware, unless their partner is losing sleep over it. Let's talk about what catathrenia feels like, or rather, what it doesn't feel like for the person experiencing it. Most people with catathrenia have no idea they're groaning until someone else brings it up. The primary symptom is the groaning itself, long, monotone sounds that might sound mournful, guttural, or even oddly sexual, which can lead to some awkward conversations. Some people might wake up with a hoarse voice or sore throat from all that vocal cord action, and in rare cases, they might feel daytime fatigue or grogginess if the groaning disrupts their sleep quality. For most, though, the real impact is social. Imagine your bed partner being jolted awake night after night by sounds that could rival a horror movie's soundtrack. This can strain relationships, cause embarrassment, or even lead to separate bedrooms. In fact, studies show that nearly 45% of people with catathrenia report daytime sleepiness, and the constant disturbance can affect their partner's mood, productivity, and even their relationship. It's not just a noise, it's a sleep stealer. So how do you know if those nighttime groans are catathrenia or something else? Diagnosis starts with a sleep specialist who will likely recommend a sleep study called a polysomnogram. This test is like a high-tech sleepover at a sleep center where electrodes monitor your brain waves, breathing patterns, heart rate, and even the sounds you make. The polysomnogram can capture the groaning and reveal the telltale pattern of slow, deep inhalations followed by prolonged, noisy exhalations. Your doctor might also examine your nose, mouth, and throat to check for physical obstructions like enlarged tonsils or a narrow airway that could contribute to the problem. Here's where it gets interesting. Catathrenia can be mistaken for other conditions like sleep apnea, sleep talking, or even nocturnal seizures. So ruling those out is crucial. A proper diagnosis isn't just about naming the problem, it's about finding the right path to better sleep for you and your loved ones. Now, here's the million-dollar question. Can catathrenia be treated? The answer is, it depends. Since the exact cause isn't fully understood, treatments focus on addressing potential triggers or reducing symptoms. One of the most promising options is continuous positive airway pressure, CPAP therapy, commonly used for sleep apnea. CPAP uses a machine to deliver a steady stream of air through a mask, keeping your airways open during sleep. Studies, like one from Stanford University, have shown that CPAP can eliminate groaning in some patients, especially those with underlying breathing issues. But it's not a one-size-fits-all fix. Some people see no change with CPAP. Another option is a customized oral appliance, like a mouth guard, that repositions the jaw to keep airways open. In cases where enlarged tonsils or adenoids are to blame, surgical removal might help. For milder cases, simple lifestyle changes, like maintaining a consistent sleep schedule, losing weight, or quitting smoking, can make a difference. And here's a surprise. Some experts suggest trying deep breathing exercises, yoga, or myofunctional therapy to strengthen airway muscles. The key is working with a sleep specialist to find what works for you. Living with catathrenia can feel like starring in a nightly drama you don't even know you're in. For those with the condition, the biggest challenge is often the social stigma. Nobody wants to be the one keeping their partner, roommates, or even hotel neighbors awake. If you're the bed partner, the constant groaning can lead to frustration, sleep deprivation, and even relationship strain. But there's hope. Beyond medical treatments, practical solutions can help. For example, running a white noise machine or fan can mask the groaning sounds, giving everyone a better chance at restful sleep. Communication is also key. Talk openly with your partner or family about the condition to reduce embarrassment and find solutions together. And here's a pro tip. Keeping a sleep diary to track when the groaning happens can help your doctor tailor a treatment plan. While catathrenia might not be dangerous, it's worth addressing to improve your quality of life and your partner's sanity. What's next for catathrenia? As a rare disorder, it's flown under the radar for years, but researchers are starting to pay attention. Recent studies, like a 2024 systematic review in sleep and breathing, suggest that catathrenia might have different subtypes, with some cases tied to REM sleep and others to non-REM sleep. Scientists are also exploring whether catathrenia could be linked to subtle neurological or respiratory quirks, like abnormal diaphragm movements or vocal cord behavior during sleep. Future research might uncover specific genes tied to the condition or develop new treatments, like targeted therapies for the vocal cords or brain's respiratory center. For now, catathrenia remains a bit of a medical mystery, but every study brings us closer to understanding it. Who knows? The next breakthrough could turn those nighttime groans into a distant memory. And there you have it, the fascinating, sometimes perplexing world of catathrenia. From its eerie groans to its elusive causes, this rare sleep disorder reminds us how complex and mysterious our bodies can be, even when we're fast asleep. If you or someone you know is dealing with nocturnal groaning, don't ignore it. Talk to a sleep specialist, get a proper diagnosis, and explore treatment options to reclaim restful nights for everyone in the household. Knowledge is power, and understanding catathrenia is the first step to better sleep and stronger relationships. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up, share it with someone who needs to hear this, and subscribe to our channel for more health insights that make a difference. Drop a comment below. Have you or your partner ever experienced catathrenia? Let's start a conversation. Thanks for watching, and here's to peaceful, groan-free nights.